Vehicle Finance Review Package How-To Video. With this video, I will be going through every question that is in the review package one at a time. I have pre-written the questions down. I'll walk through how to solve the question with the answers to the question, and we'll move on from question to question that way. I'm not going to put the questions up and solve them as we go. That takes too long. So here's question one from your review package on vehicle finance. It is a TDSR question. Mr. Smith is a single dad with one young child. His gross monthly income is $4,300. He lives in a small house in Nepal, Manitoba, and his monthly mortgage payment is $1,100. His annual property taxes are $1,440, and he has monthly costs for $65 for heating, $80 for credit card debt, and he also wants to purchase a vehicle that has bi-weekly payments of $130. And the first thing says, what is the total debt service ratio? What can we do to calculate that? Well, the total debt service ratio formula is all your monthly debt divided by your monthly income times 100, which will give you a percent value. And we cannot exceed 40% of what you make in a month going towards a vehicle. The banking institutions have stated that if you're going to buy a vehicle, you want to make sure that you don't spend more than 40% of what you make in a month, because that leaves you the other 60% of what you make to go towards savings and other necessary things you need to do to live off of, like food and whatever else. So what we look at all the debt. On the right side of the board, you're going to see that you have all this debt. He's got a $1,100 mortgage payment. He's got a $1,440 property taxes amount for the year, but we have to take that $1,440 and divide by 12. That'll give you $120 for a month. $65 in heating for the month, $80 in credit card payment, and he wants to spend $130 bi-weekly. So when we times that by 2, it'll give us $260 in a month that they're going to be possibly spending on a vehicle. That's his debt that he's kind of suggesting he's going to go with. And then we have an income of $4,300. So what you do is you're going to take all your debt, and this is all your monthly debts. We make sure that we double check to make sure things are in monthly formats. Some questions will tell you, well, the property tax one's a good example. They'll give you for the year. They might give you heating for the year and say, okay, we have to solve it for what it'd be for a month before we put it to this formula. So we have $1,100 plus $120 plus $65 plus $80 plus $260. We're going to divide that by $4,300. Now, I didn't show the numbers as a decimal, but I'm just going to show you what we did here. We did the math and add them all up and divide by 4,300 times that to 100 to give it a percentage. And it comes out to be 37.8% for this person's TDSR. And question 1B says, can Mr. Smith afford this car? Well, theoretically, his TDSR is below 40%, but it's not below by that much. He's a very risky venture for him to do. For him to go through this, he's pushing the envelope of what he could possibly afford. He might become what we call car poor, have a nice car, but barely able to make ends meet for everywhere else. I would suggest that at a 37.8, rounded up to 38%, he's a risk to possibly invest in a car. If I was the salesman helping him do his TDSR, I would say to him as a car salesman, he might want to possibly increase your monthly income, and I'd be looking at your mortgage payments. If you're dealing with a mortgage of $1,100 a month, that's taking a huge chunk out of what you could do with your TDSR. So he's got a few things he has to look at. Increase your monthly income, lower your monthly debt was what I would say to him. Question 2, Vehicle Finance Review Package. Sonny is trying to determine how much money he is able to spend on monthly vehicle payments. He is currently living in a small one-bedroom home in Cranberry Porch with a monthly mortgage payment of $890. Heating costs are an additional $93 a month. Now it says Cooper, but it should say Sonny. There's a typo there. Sonny is also trying to pay off his credit card debt with the $70 monthly payment that he's making for that. Now Sonny has a monthly income of $3,500. Why did I go to Cooper? That's a different, I'll have to work on that and fix that for next year. So based on the total debt service ratio, what's the maximum amount of money Sonny can afford to spend on a vehicle each and every month? Now, we have to look at it this way. Sonny has an income of $3,500. We have to think to ourselves, what is 40% of $3,500? Well, we take 40% and we convert it to a decimal. We take 0.40 times $3,500. That gives you $1,400. So roughly $1,400 before any debt has been taken to that is what he could theoretically afford to pay monthly for a vehicle. But Sonny has debt. The debt of $890 for a monthly mortgage payment, $93 for heating, and a $70 credit card monthly payment he's making. So that's $1,053 in debt. So you take your 40% of $3,500, which is $1,400, subtract $1,053, and the monthly payment per that Sonny can make on a vehicle would be about $347 a month. Could theoretically get a small vehicle, maybe not something brand new, but that's kind of a little bit low. That's really pushing on what he could get. Question 3 from the review package on vehicle finance. Find the manufacturer's suggested retail price for the following vehicle. The base price is $14,765. Its optional equipment package consists of a preferred equipment group costing $1,730. Plus a 3-speed automatic transmission at a cost of $765. An AM/FM stereo with CD player costs $350. 15-inch steering wheel with a cost of $170. A spoiler at $150. And a gauge costing $40. And according to this part of the question here, we have air conditioning tax of $100, a destination charge of $760 as well. So what you do to figure out MSRP is you add up all the things that are there. Your base price of the vehicle, all the options, all the extra fees that are put on at the end, and you'll get a grand total of $18,830 before taxes. That is question number 3. Vehicle finance review package question number 4. Now I'm just moving forward just a little bit so you can see that 790. There we go. So this is just like question 3, finding the MSRP. I'm not going to read through the question here because it's the same idea as question 3. You're going to take the base price of the vehicle and add up all the options and the closing cost pieces that have to also be there. So when you add up all the options to the base price, you're going to get a price of $32,730. $28,300 plus $1,375 plus $1,260 plus $500 plus $215 plus $190 plus $100, and the destination charge of $790 again will give you $32,730 before taxes. Vehicle finance review package question number 5. This is a leasing question. So the first thing we need to do is I'm going to read the question through and then go to question 5A and B. I'll erase that. Well, obviously I'll stop the camera to erase that, and then I'll do question 5C and D on the board. I might be able to see if I can fit it, but we'll see how it goes here. So 5 says, a minivan is selling for $28,500 plus tax. Now, tax hasn't been added to this yet. We just have to make sure we got to put taxes to this when we need to. Now, the vehicle can be leased for 24 months. That's basically 2 years. At $479 per month plus taxes. Oh, that's $479 per month without taxes included. You'll see on the board for 5A that we're going to do that. A down payment of $3,275 is required. The guaranteed residual value of the vehicle is 65% of the sales price. So if the sales price is $28,500, the dealership says at the end of the lease, the vehicle still has 65% of its original value. That's why it's called a guaranteed residual value. Let's get to question 5A. So the first thing we need to do is know that we're spending $479 a month before taxes. But in Manitoba, taxes are 0.12. GST is 0.05, well, it's 5%, and GST is 7%, 0.07. So you combine that to get 0.12. We're going to take $479 times 0.12. That'll give us $57.48 in taxes. We add that back on to $479, and we're going to be paying per month for 24 months $536.48. Make sure I put my dollar sign there. So then the 5B says, well, calculate the total amount that you've paid by the end of the lease. Well, we take our monthly payments of $536.48 times 24 months. That'll give us $12,875.52 that after 2 years, we've already paid for the leasing. But don't forget, at the beginning of the lease, you had to put a down payment of $3,275 towards the vehicle. So by the end of 24 months, with your monthly payments, plus your down payment at the beginning, you've invested $16,150.52 towards the vehicle. Now I'm going to see if I can fit C here before I stop the video. Now it says for C, calculate the total residual value of the minivan, including tax. So the minivan, according to the dealership, brand new is $28,500. But 65% value, the GRV. So what they're saying is, they're saying the vehicle is going to still be worth $18,525. Now that's before we put any taxes to it. So of course, if we take the $18,525 times it to 0.12, we're going to get $2,223 in taxes. We add that back on to $18,525. As you can see that 5 there. And that's going to give you $20,748. So what they're saying is that the GRV is what they expect the vehicle to still be worth to them. And to them, they expect it to still be worth $18,525. Now, if you put your taxes of 0.12 to that, after taxes, the vehicle still has a value of $20,748. Now, you could, if you could afford it, buy the vehicle outright at that $20,748. And that's kind of what they're getting at. So if you were to do that, this is where it leads into 5D. So theoretically, if you were able to afford to spend $20,748 and buy the vehicle outright, you will have invested the 24 months of payments, $16,150.52, plus $20,748 for a grand total of $36,898.52. But think about this. When you lease a vehicle, you're leasing a vehicle and you're getting a vehicle, but you've invested $16,150.52 at the end of 24 months, plus, then remember, that includes your down payment. You could walk away from that, but you could walk away with $16,150 gone. Most people are probably not going to look at that and say, you know what, I'm going to afford to pay it outright for $20,748. They're probably going to go with the next step, which is going to be probably question 6. What if you got a bank loan to pay the remainder? So this is one of those bigger questions. 5 and 6 are probably the two bigger questions in this review package. Then we get to fuel consumption rate, which is a little bit challenging, but not as challenging as questions 5 and 6. So I'm going to stop the video, erase this, and talk about question 6. So here's question number 6. If the minivan from question 5, which is selling for $28,500, is purchased with financing by a 5-year loan at 6%, and a down payment is required of $4,000, let's calculate out for part 6A, the monthly finance payment of the minivan. So what I did is I put some information down. 6% for 5 years is $19.34 per every $1,000 you borrow. That's called interest. And that's from your vehicle finance unit supplement amortization period chart that goes from 6% to as high as 14% for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 and 5 years. Now the cost of the vehicle is $28,500 before tax. You've got a down payment of $4,000. But here's the thing, you're not going to the bank and asking them for a bank loan and to figure out what this is going to be for $28,500. You're going to first off take $28,500 and subtract $4,000 because you've already paid out $4,000 towards the vehicle. So what you're really looking at is what are we going to be doing for monthly payments of $24,500. So we take the $24,500, we times that to $19.34, divide by 1,000. That'll give you your monthly payments of $473.83 before tax. So we take 473.83 times that to decimal 12, that's $56.85 in tax. We add it back onto the 473.83 for a monthly payment for 5 years of $530.68 every month for 5 years. So here comes 6B. So 5 years, that's 60 months. We're going to take 60 months, times that by $530.68. That's $31,840.80 that you've invested to pay for that vehicle. But don't forget, after 5 years, you've invested $31,840.80. At the beginning of this whole process, you put down $4,000. So this vehicle, at the end of 5 years, plus your down payment, is going to be worth $35,840.80 to you. Getting a vehicle through either a lease or a bank loan, you're going to be spending more than what the vehicle's worth if you could actually afford to buy it outright, but not many people do. So the best alternative is to either A, buy it outright if you can afford it, or B, put as much money down on the vehicle, paying a fairly moderate amount per month, and getting that vehicle paid off that way through a bank loan. You're going to have interest payments, it's going to be free money to the bank, but never go with leasing. Third option is leasing, and if you go leasing, you're going to just be throwing your money away. So here's the question 6 complete answer. And we're going to erase the board, move on to question 7. Vehicle finance review, question 7. Now this is where you buy a used vehicle. And if you're buying a used vehicle, there's 2 different ways of doing this. You buy from a private sale or you buy from a dealership. So if you buy from a dealership, pretty much all the extra things that are needing to be done, like repairs, diagnostics, in most cases diagnostics, safeties, all sorts of things that can be checked out before the vehicle is purchased are done by the dealership and included in the price. So with this question, Summer would like to purchase a used 4x4 truck at the Ford dealership in the Paw. The used truck is listed at $7,450, not including taxes. So what the first thing we need to do is put taxes to that $7,450. In Manitoba, it's 0.12. So we did the multiplication, and it's $894 in taxes. $7,450 plus $894 would give you a cost of $8,344. Now, for question 7B, Summer decides that she wants to get a diagnostics done. Now, diagnostics has both GST and PST put to it. So we take the $66 cost and we times that to 0.12 for $7.92, $7.92 in tax. 66 plus 7.92 would give you $73.92 for a total cost. Now we add that back on to the $8,344 for the cost of the vehicle for an overall cost of $8,417.92. That's what you would pay for the vehicle from a dealership. That's question 7 complete. Question number 8, vehicle finance review package. So we have this difference in how we did the first question with summer and buying from a dealership. Now this person, Eric, wants to purchase a used two-door car that is being sold privately. The price that the vendor or the private seller is asking for is $2,600 before tax. We'll talk about that soon. A lien search is going to cost $4. Now a lien search doesn't have any other taxes to it. It's just a flat $4 you pay for. There's a safety check, which is going to cost $40. Now a safety check needs to have GST, which is 0.05. So you can see that I've already started doing the $40 times 0.05, which is $2, added back on for a total of $42. Now this question is unique. For the seller's cost of $2,600, there was nothing that referenced what the book price would be. So you take for your PST, which is in Manitoba 0.07 or 7%, you times that to $2,600, giving you $180. Add it back on to $2,600 for $2,782. $2,782 plus your $4 lien search plus your safety check. This would cost Eric $2,828 to buy the vehicle. That's the end of question 8. Question number 9, vehicle finance review. So we have a question here where Tatiana has a choice of 2 cars. The first is a car that's sold privately, and the price that the seller is asking is $7,500. But the book value of the car is $8,000. There's a lien search that she has to pay for, which is $4. She has a technician do $40 of a diagnostics on the car. The tech reports back that there needs to be some repairs, engine work for $190, electrical work for $75. There's a safety check for $40, and the rest of the question says that the second car that Tatiana is looking at and considering is from a dealership. And the dealer's cost before taxes is $7,750. So what did I do here? Well, I wrote down on the board things that I need to be aware of. The seller that's privately selling is asking $7,500. Now the book price of the vehicle is $8,000. And here's where you see that I did some mathematics here. The government of Manitoba says we're going to take provincial tax on the vehicle's cost, whether or not it's either the seller's price is worth more than the book price or the book price is worth more than the seller's cost. Whatever value is the highest, that's going to get your PST tax to it. In this case, the book price is higher than the seller's price, so 0.07, 7% PST gets multiplied to the book price for $560 in PST tax. The lien has nothing to it. It's $4. There's no PST, no GST. The diagnostics at $40 has GST and PST, which is in Manitoba 0.12 or 12%. We add that PST GST combo to it, we multiply to it to get $4.80, and we add that to $40 for $44.80 total for that with taxes. I've taken the repairs of $190 plus $75 for $265, times that to 0.12 because repairs need both PST and GST. Put my taxes back to $265 for a total of $296.80. Now I put the dealership cost down, but we're not going to touch that until 9B, but it's there so we know what to do. Safety, I forgot because I went through this and I realized I didn't have it down there. I put it below the dealership cost. The safety needs PST, the safety needs GST, 0.05, which is 5%. The safety with GST is going to be worth $42. So we're still going to be paying $7,500. That's the seller's asking price. We're going to be paying the PST on the book price because it's worth more, so that's $560 plus $4 plus our $44.80 for diagnostics plus our $296.80 for repairs and our $42 in total cost for the safety check. To buy from the private seller, it will cost Tatiana $8,447.60. Now, if we were to get it from a dealership, well, pretty much, I'll just go right to this part right here. You're going to take the cost of the vehicle from the dealership, times that to 0.12. Now, I don't have that figured out, but I'm going to solve it fast enough so we can do it in this one take right here. $7,750 times 0.12. $930 in taxes. Add that back on to $7,750. $7,750. Oh, not equals. I need equal sign. That's going to give you a total of $8,680 if she was to buy the vehicle from the dealer. So the dealer is going to be charging a little bit more because their price is a little bit higher. Yeah, we do have to do the difference. Okay. So now we see from buying it down here from a private seller of $8,447.60. Buy it from a dealership at $8,680. If you buy from the dealer, a lot of this is taken care of. You just have to pay the cost of the vehicle plus tax. But what's the difference? How much are you spending more to get it from the dealer? So, just making sure if I can see if I can fit that there. I'm going to move the camera just over just a bit so you can see that there. We're going to take the $8,680 from the dealership cost, and we're going to subtract $8,447.60. So we're going to go $8,680, subtract $8,447.60. To get the vehicle from a dealership, you're going to be paying $232.40 more, but possibly a lot less headaches instead of going through all the little tiny details of buying from a used private sale. But that's up to you when you get that age and you want to buy a vehicle to make that choice of what you want to do. Sometimes the dealers will jack the prices up because they've spent a little bit more money on repairs, or they just want to make their money back and then some. That is the end of question number 9. Vehicle Finance Review Package question number 10, Fuel Consumption Rate Formula question. Mr. Murnick's pickup truck travels 92 kilometers on 10 liters of gasoline when driving on a smooth paved road. Now the pickup truck is only able to travel 78 kilometers on the same amount of gasoline, which is 10 liters, on a gravel road. Let's, for question 10A, determine the fuel consumption rate of the truck on the paved road. So, fuel consumption rate formula equals the liters of gas required divided by the kilometers driven times 100. And it's represented as liters per 100 kilometers. So on a paved road, I get 10 liters of gas required. I go for a distance of 92 kilometers. 10 divided by 92 times 100 would give me 10.86 on the calculator, but I rounded it up to 10.9 liters per 100 kilometers on the board for you to see it here to just one decimal place. Now when I go to a gravel road, my distance has decreased for 10 liters of gas. I'm not traveling as far because I've got a bumpy road. It's making me drive slower. I'm burning more gas to drive a little bit slower to get there. So I burn 10 liters of gas. I travel a distance of 78 kilometers times 100. I'm burning 12.8 liters per 100 kilometers worth of gas. So that is question 10A and B. Now C says, what's the difference, what's the percent difference in fuel economy then? Well, here's what we do. We take the higher fuel consumption rate of 12.8 for driving on the gravel road, subtract the 10.9 liters per 100 kilometers for driving on a paved road, we get a difference of 1.9 liters per 100 kilometers. Now the percent rate of difference is going to be 1.9 liters divided by the lowest liters per 100 kilometer value times 100. And it'll give us a difference of 17.4%. So by traveling on a paved road and then going to a dirt road, there's a 17.4% difference in fuel consumption. You are burning the same amount of gas, but you're going less distance. So that is the percent difference in fuel economy for question number 10. We're almost done. Vehicle finance review package. Question number 11. Find the total cost of servicing a vehicle that requires two headlights at $28.50 each, an exhaust pipe at $130, and a muffler and a tailpipe at $55.50, and the time required for servicing the vehicle is 1.6 hours at a shop labor rate of $55 an hour. So the first thing I did is I went to the headlights and said, okay, $28.50 per one. I need two of them, so 28.50 times 2 gave me $57. And because you need for parts PST and GST, I times that to 0.12, got my taxes, added it back on $57 for $63.84 total cost. Now, I thought about this, and I could have combined the other parts like the muffler and the exhaust pipe at $130 and $55, but I did them separately. $130 for the exhaust pipe with tax is $145.60. The tailpipe at $55 with tax is $61.60. And the labor at 1.6 hours times $55 an hour is $88, and including taxes, it's $98.56. So what do? You take your $63.84, your $145.60, your $61.60 for your tailpipe, and your labor with taxes of $98.56, and you add them all up. You'll get a grand total of $369.60 that would be on that person's bill to pay for that repair in the vehicle. That is question 11, and we're almost done with question 12 coming up next. Vehicle finance review package, question number 12. Last question. So Cameron has a truck that he's purchased from Thompson, Manitoba for $24,750. Taxes are included in the price. So how do we do depreciation? Well, every year your vehicle depreciates by 20% of its original value. Well, of its value for that year. For year one, what's 20% of $24,750? Well, that's 0.20 times $24,750 for a value of $4,950 that's going to depreciate. The value after 1 year is where you take the original cost, $24,750, subtract its depreciation value of $4,950, and after year one, the vehicle is now worth $19,800. So how do we do year two? Well, you take your previous value you just figured out of $19,800 for year one, and we're going to times that by 0.20. So now we're going to look at it and say, okay, $19,800 is what the vehicle's worth in year two. What is 20% of that? Well, that's $3,960. So we take that $3,960 and we're going to subtract it from $19,800. So after 2 years, your vehicle is now worth $15,840. Now we could keep going and find out that after 3 years, your vehicle's depreciated again and it's worth even maybe possibly another $3,000 or $2,000 less. So the total depreciation after 2 years. Year one was $4,950. Year two was $3,960. We add our depreciation values together so that after 2 years we realize we've dropped in price of $8,910. So B says, well, what's that as a percentage then? So how do we do that? We take all of our depreciation total and we divide it by the original cost of the vehicle. The answer that we will be given, we multiply to 100, and it will give us that the vehicle after 2 years has a 36% rate of depreciation in 2 years. That's not too good. You want to have a lower depreciation rate than that, much lower. Some vehicles are a lot higher, some vehicles are a lot lower, and they depreciate slower. So depreciation is very similar to the idea of guaranteed residual value, but dealerships will rather use GRV than a depreciation value because it gives them more value towards the vehicle that they're trying to sell as a used vehicle. They say the GRV is worth 65% of the original value. If they were to follow depreciation rates, the vehicles would probably be a lot less than what they want to sell them for. So there you go. That's depreciation for question 12. You don't have to worry about doing questions 13 and 14 on vehicle insurance. This is the review package. I'm going to be ending it right there.